Hello everybody, and welcome back to the stream. It has been, oh geez, it's been a couple of weeks since I've streamed, and I've been super busy in real life. My dad's doing a building project. He's needed my help with some things on my days off. The new patch for Warhammer 3 came out. I've been playing it with my friends. Just a bunch of stuff going on right now, and it hasn't given me a whole lot of extra time for streaming. So yeah, it's been a while. But today we're gonna be streaming some Pharaoh. Yeah, Pharaoh. This game has been doing very well lately. I'm very happy. I'm enjoying playing the game. We'll go back to Dynasty Warriors eventually, probably, maybe. That's more of like a short, couple of hour stream game, though. Not a sit down and stream for about 4 to 6 hours, probably would be my guess. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna grab something real quick. I'll be right back. There we go. I had to get a pillow for under my butt. Because if I stream for 4 to 6 hours and I don't have a pillow for under my butt, then my chair starts hurting my butt. You might ask, why don't I just get up? Well, because that would make sense. So let's hop in here. Last time we played Lee, but we also completed the Medium map, which is great. And now we have a choice between South Dahshur or Buhen. I can't remember. I don't think I've made a decision on this yet. So I'm going to grab a coin flip, as I have been doing. And we'll flip a coin. Now, let me see if I can do this right. It's been a while. All right, I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So let's say heads we go to South Dahshur, and tails we go to Buhen. Let's go. Heads it is. All right, fair enough. That works for me. South Dahshur it is. We have to build a medium bend pyramid. Great. I love building pyramids. That's my favorite thing in the world. Okay. A medium pyramid isn't that bad, though. It shouldn't take us long to do that. Unless this is the one where we have to, like, pay for our pyramids through gifts to the Pharaoh, but we'll deal with that as the time goes, right? Yeah, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that when we have to worry about it. Okay. Snorfu.
Snorfu is determined that this.
It's one of my favorite Pharaoh names.
Be remembered as the greatest ever to rule Egypt. His architects have contrived a tomb even more spectacular than the stepped pyramid of Huni, and Pharaoh wishes you to oversee its construction. You will need to establish a fair-sized settlement south of Dahshur, the site for Pharaoh's bent pyramid. Once in place, this city will provide the workforce necessary to complete this ambitious project. The bent pyramid is to be constructed of a plain stone core, and faced with fine white limestone, that it may forever shine under the desert sun. You will find sufficient quantities of limestone at Dahshur, but you'll need to import
Oh
the
no.
necessary amount of plain stone.
I'll have to import the plain stone? Oh no.
And to this end, he has dispatched military forces to invade Nubia and to establish a fortified city at Buhen, beside the second cataract of the Nile. To the north, Egypt has opened relations with Enkomi on the island of Cyprus. This land is named for its abundant reserves of copper ore, which are now a major import.
Okay.
Precious gemstones may be obtained from a recently established Egyptian outpost at Serabit Kadim in the land of Sinai. Lately, the supply
So I'm wondering if we're going to have to provide troops to some of these cities, because it seems like we have a bunch of cities that are like dealing with invasion. So we may have to provide some troops at some point. Okay, so we have burial provisions, we have a bent pyramid, we have a decent amount of city requirements. The hardest one is going to be the 3,500 population. Let's see what we're dealing with. Pause the game. Okay, there's not really a lot to work with here. I kind of hate that. It looks like all of our stone is across the river, so before we even start the pyramid, we're going to have to go across the river and get that. But we might as well start building right here. We have a floodplain here. We have water. We have everything that we need to prosper, I guess. So let's go ahead. How do we want to do this? Let's do something like this. We're going to create like a block, which I know I said that I don't want to do a whole bunch of blocks, but this is kind of like, this is more of a rectangular block than a square block. So that means it's okay, right? Maybe. Maybe. And then we're going to put houses in here. We're just going to do something like that for the moment. And we could go ahead and unpause the game. We're going to have water on either side. Very good. We need firehouses to prevent fires. We need architect posts. Oh, that's... I can't build over a building that's already there. There we go. Okay, and we also need a bazaar for food. Yeah. Where is it? I already don't remember where it is. There it is. All right, we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna put one... Excuse me. We're gonna put one here. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Nothing bad happened. That's so gross. That's so gross. It's fine. It's fine. It won't bother me. It doesn't bother me. We're good. Okay. So we're going to put the granary over here. And we're going to put down a couple of work camps, because we're going to need a bunch of work camps for both farming with laborers and building the pyramid. So we might as well drop 2 of those guys right now. And we're going to do some grain farms. We're going to put them as close to the edge of the river as we can. Yeah. It's fine. We'll make it work. There we go. This is gross. This is gross and I should feel bad, but it's fine. We'll make it work. And I think we can also... I don't think I've ever actually bothered to do this, but I think we can use irrigation ditches to, like, get more fertility here. Yeah. That is a thing. 95% fertile. So we can kind of use irrigation ditches to, like, offset having a poor flood, which is handy. It's actually super handy. There we go. All right, so we have food going. We have water. Religion. We have 3 deities. Subpar. Unfortunate. I mean, we can just kind of put the temples inside this little city area. I think that would be okay. We're gonna leave like a 2x2 gap between each to put more buildings in. And then who is our patron god? Let's see. Our patron god is... That's not where I wanted to go. Ptah. Okay. So we will want a second temple to Ptah. And we'll put it... I don't know. Here, I guess. Why not? Okay, and we'll put a roadblock here and there. There we go. All right, I think this is a good start. It's a little bit jank, but that's okay. It's okay for it to be a little bit jank. All right, so we have a little bit of food coming in. We have some unemployment. We have a lot of unemployment. It's fine, it's fine. Let's see if we have a resource that we can easily sell. Okay, so these guys buy beer, barley, linen, and limestone. Well, what can we build? I guess I should do that first. We can get limestone, which we want to keep all of our limestone. It looks like we're going to have to import all of our raw resources. That sucks. I hate it when the game makes me do that. Oh, well. Okay. So I think... I mean, we could go for gold, right? Oops. I didn't mean to click out of that. How do I... Okay, I was just zoomed out completely. I was confused as to why I couldn't scroll. I'm just stupid. It's okay. It's all right. So... this is awkward. I was going to say we could buy gems and turn them into luxury goods, but we don't actually have someplace we can sell luxury goods. We can buy flax. Do we have a place we can sell linen, though? We can sell linen to medium. Okay. So I think that's what we're going to go for then. That seems to be like the only choice we have. All right, so we'll open up those two water routes. We will need a dock. Which we can plop that there. We can do something like that. Yeah. And we can put a storage yard here. This guy, we're going to have it accept flax and linen. And then we're going to import flax. We're going to import 400 flax. We're going to import 800 flax. There we go. We'll set that to accept up to a quarter. And we'll set this to be 3/4. There we go. Okay, we can farm barley. That's good. We don't really have to do that right now, though. We're just going to go all in on this linen play. So the big question I'm going to have is, how do I get pottery? Because I didn't see anywhere I can trade... Okay, there's clay. Alright, never mind, I lied. I was confused there for a second. But I can't sell clay, so I want to save that for later. Oops, I need a physician. We'll pop it right there and there. Okay, desirability, huh? Well, it's fine. That's what we have gardens for. There we go. Now everybody's happy. I don't really like how much space we're using. We have to get 3,500 people into this little tiny area. And I mean, I guess we could build houses up here and maybe along this little stream here. I don't know. It's going to be rough getting 3,500 people, I think. And we have plagues going on. That's why I built the physicians. Okay. And because we have a plague going on, yeah, we don't have enough people to man the docks. Okay. That's okay. So we can, like, just immediately start building this pyramid. You can put it, like, I don't know, like over here somewhere. When I zoom out, I want to be able to see it along with the rest of the city, so... yeah, I think that'll be fine. We can start clearing out land for that. Okay. So now we're just going to sell all linen that we produce. We don't really have a need for linen right now, so I'm not against just selling all of it. It's all gotta go. And that's going to be our big money train, at least in the early game. At least until we get ourselves a little bit more established. So, how does our population look? Do we have enough open areas here? Okay, we can hold us 177 more people. So, we have plenty of room for people. They just need to come in. And they will come in. Eventually. Maybe. In theory. Alright, so we got some linen going. That's good. That's good. We are definitely going to want to get pottery going soon, though, because we're going to want those upgrades. And, of course, before that, we're going to need entertainment, because that's what these houses need. No entertainment to be found. Excuse me.
What a bountiful journey.
Yeah, you sold flax. What about you?
I don't know why we came.
Why aren't you buying the linen?
And a short leave is boring.
Oh, what's up? Oh, no! The bazaars! I'm not going to block them from buying linen. They'll get their fill of linen soon enough, and then I won't worry about it. I forgot that the bazaars were just going to grab the linen from the warehouse. Sure. So, I think I remember this mission. I think I remember this mission because one of the big ways you can get plainstone in this mission is by completing requests. So what we're gonna do is complete requests. Actually, I don't know why I built that there. Because I'm going to build a storage yard right here. And I'm going to have it accept plainstone. Okay. Alright, so this haul of food coming in should allow the rest of our houses to upgrade. That'll be a nice little boon. And we can also build another grain farm. Oh, nope, never mind. I guess we can't. I guess we can't. R.I.P. We'll build a couple more green farms over here, though. Or we can build a green farm here. And we'll just have to come in like this. Yeah. Now we're thinking with intersections. Okay. So we can't put barley farms up there. I probably should, because we're gonna need to do barley eventually for beer. But right now I'm not super worried about it. Let's get some entertainment down. We'll build a couple booths. And a juggler school. There we go. And then we'll go from there. Okay, I think... I think what I want to do... I'm gonna put a road like this. Does that mess with this? It shouldn't. No. And then I'm gonna put a storage yard here. I don't need those. There we go. This is gonna accept clay. Is this gonna be clay and pottery? That probably makes sense. Okay. Deliver. I thought I already delivered it, but I must have just said, okay. It's okay. And we're gonna plop a couple potters down there. I don't know, that's a good, like, layout. It looks pretty gross, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. And then we need to import clay. And we're gonna import to maintain 400. There we go. So that should get us up to the point where we need to start producing beer. Which is fine. We can make that work. Unemployment, kind of a problem. Kind of. A little bit. A little wee bit. Tiny bit. Very small amounts. Also, it looks like we're gonna need more food. That seems odd. Well, we produced a lot of extra food. It's just not going to the people yet. These guys have to get filled up with their food supplies. And we need to actually have a real flood. Because we're not having real floods. But I also don't really want to spend a bunch of money on festivals. I'm looking at this fertile land down here and being like, do I want to just build normal farms? Do I want to be some normie who builds normie farms? Maybe. So here's why I'm debating this, and it's not just a given. Again, I need 3,500 people by the end of this map. And I don't yet know where I'm going to put them, because I'm going to have a whole bunch of industry over here for the limestone. And if I put farms down here, that's another section of land that I can't build houses on. And that would just leave this upper area here. So I'm like, do I not? I guess as long as I have this area open up here, I can get like another 1,000 people in here. Maybe. Alright, I think this is what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna get at least a few grain farms down here. It's just gonna be a bit awkward because we also have to get across the river. Ugh. Okay. New plan. Waste all the money. Let's move out like a square. That did nothing for me. And we're gonna put a water lift here. And we're gonna take it this way? Oh no. I'm screwing it all up again. It's fine. Look, let's just not... Don't worry about it. We'll make it work. Let's see, we'll put it... Re-add this irrigation ditch. We'll take the road out. We're gonna put a slum house here. That way they have access to people. And we're gonna put an architect's post and a firehouse. It'll be fine. This will be fine. I'm not worried about it. It's not a problem. This is okay. This is also fine. This is actually very fine, actually. So what that means is that I will not be as dependent on the flood, which is barely happening. And it also means I don't have to beg Osiris for help because I don't have to depend on the flood. Okay, let's work on the desirability a little bit. I'm actually kind of surprised that I still have a desirability problem. But it's okay. I don't have any beer. I don't have any beer game. Okay. I guess we're gonna build our beer technology. Our beer production. Fair. That's fair. Well, it's a good thing we have these farms, right? Why doesn't this... Why don't I have workers here? All the other farms have workers. There we go. Okay. There we are. We're good to go. We have barley farms. Nothing bad is happening. We are okay. If I keep saying nothing bad is happening, maybe I'll start believing it. All right, let's get rid of that roadblock. I guess we're going to put our beer production up here. Right next to my housing? Sure, why not? Well, our wages have fallen, so that's good. People are working for less. Hooray. Okay. Beer? There it is. I was confused for a second. It's okay. Alright, and I do not want my bazaars to buy the beer. I also do not want to sell the beer, which I don't have it set to sell any beer, so I shouldn't sell any beer. Alright, so when... Okay, that is actually really good. The harvest is already gone. So at least we'll have some beer started. Some. Alright. Where am I going? There I am. Can I get away with... No, it has to touch the water. All right. I wasn't quite sure how that worked. All right. I might be going a little bit overboard on the beer. It's fine. We're fine. This is okay. There we go. Okay, so we lack entertainment. We can work on that. That's something we can work on. But we're doing fine. We have 2 sources of barley, 2 sources of food. Okay, well, we have the same source of food. They just get harvested at different times. But still, it's the same thing. We're making money on the linen, which is very good. We may be able to sell pottery. We can. We'll sell pottery when we're over 400. Because usually about 400 is all you need until later. Okay, how does our unemployment is good, or we actually have a shortage. That's okay. I can deal with a shortage. But food is still kind of a problem, it seems. We just can't get food to these middle areas. Which is kind of annoying, if I am going to be honest with you. I mean, it'll get there eventually. We're producing so much food. I wish our game... Okay, we produce enough food for about 3,200 people. Zachlid, welcome to the chat. Why is Terry so poor? Bent Pyramid Mission. It is the Bent Pyramid Mission, yes. Sorry for not paying attention to chat. I was distracted. Yeah, I think this is the only Bent Pyramid Mission in the game. I could be wrong about that. But, yeah, there's a second one later. Okay. I haven't played any of the later missions in such a long time that it's not really surprising that I would forget it. I'm gonna turn the air on, though. It's a little bit warm in here. There we go. Alright, so we need to do something about entertainment. We can do that. Egypt is too hot for me. Yeah. Yeah. Too toasty. We could actually just put a pavilion in here. We're gonna need to expand into this area eventually for some kind of production, I'm sure. So we might as well just plop down a pavilion. Why not? Employees needed, worker shortage. I guess that would probably be a good reason why. But it's fine. We'll make it work. Here, we'll move this guy down a little bit. We'll put a conservatory in here. It's alright. No, it's starting to get a little bit warm out here where I live. The vestiges of winter are burning away. And that means it's time to turn the air on. It's time to crack open a window. Except the windows in this building are way too high to crack open. But that's okay. I'm glad these guys don't mind just living in knee-deep water. It's okay. Alright, so we're building up a nice little pottery stockpile. We could get more weavers. We were definitely importing enough linen for it. Or, flax for it. But we do have a worker shortage. We're gonna have a worker shortage until we get more people in. Which, I guess, if I really wanted to, I could probably create another line of housing somewhere. Heck, we could probably just put it up here. But we are also about to get a whole bunch of people in as these houses upgrade. So maybe I don't worry about it just yet. There we go. Excellent. So we're stockpiling beer right now, so nobody's going to buy it. There we go. And now we can start flooding the market with beer. There's the other bazaar. Excellent. But once again, the food's not making it to these central houses. It's probably a mistake on my part. If I had to guess, there's disease down there, that's fine. I could probably just plop another bazaar down if I really had to. I don't really want to, though. But also this little cluster of houses here is just kind of gross to look at. I don't know. Maybe we leave it go for another year and we see what happens to them. Oh, why? Sure. Oh, I didn't realize that was all the money we had left. I thought we had at least a couple of shekels left. Oh, well. I've pretty much given up on not using the Pharaoh's purse. It was a fun little challenge at the very start, but I don't pay enough attention to my finances to really make that work. Typical brokey, I know. Look, I don't know why it just doesn't give me that emergency fund at the start. Make life a little bit easier. And then I wouldn't have to worry about the Pharaoh's charity. Nice, nice. All right. Now our houses are starting to look like real houses. There we go. They're slowly trickling the food in. I think this will be fine. If not, then I'll just knock out that thing. I have to earn my bailout. Sometimes I don't earn my bailout though. Sometimes you just piss away all of my money and then I'm sad. But hey, at least we got a good start. I guess that's all I can really hope for. Alright, so we can go ahead and we'll plop down our courthouses. There we go. We'll plop one there, and we'll plop one there. Excellent, excellent. I was going to put the city palace there, the village palace, whatever it's called. The village palace, but it works okay for the courthouse. Okay. So now we need a scribe school or a library. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain to squeeze that into this tight area. Warning. Warning what? Thieves just robbed the courthouse. Well, I'm glad I built the courthouse. I'm glad I built the courthouse so it could just immediately be robbed. Anyway, we can build some police stations. Apparently I forgot to build police stations. That's ooh. Well, that would explain why theft is a problem. There we go. Who would have thought? Who would have thought if you had no police, thieves would be a problem? This single house is looking very sad. I mean, I'm sure eventually they'll get food, but... It's okay. It's fine. They're fine. They're okay. I promise. Okay, let's see what we can do about papyrus, yeah? So we could literally just import papyrus. That's a terrible idea, though. So we're just going to do what we've always been doing, I guess. Just like that. Yeah. And that'll get us our papyrus. Now, we are going to have to start importing our stone, or at least going across the river and getting the limestone first. Because I don't want... You know what, Pharaoh? You're right. You're 100% right. I agree with you. I do need to get limestone. You read my mind, buddy. You read my mind. Alright, well, this isn't why I wanted to go get limestone, but apparently this is why we're going to get limestone. That's a gross ferry landing. Is there not... Yeah, I guess. Alright. That's fine. We'll put some houses over here. Couple houses, firehouse so everything doesn't burn down. Could be building a 100k pop city in the OG game. I could be, but I'm nowhere near good enough at Pharaoh for that, so... I could probably get close on a larger map. I think it was Medium... I probably easily could have gotten 10k on that in not a lot of time. There we go. You'd be surprised if I could hit 30k with the way I'm building this city. Yeah, you're probably right. Look, it's fine. It's okay. So that is something that I've been trying to do with this playthrough. You know, I could build like a long road with housing. I could do like little square blocks that are just perfectly big enough. Yeah, I could do a lot of stuff like that. Like, I know how to do a lot of that stuff, but I just kind of... I don't know. I want to make the cities feel kind of organic, if possible. And not that, like, blocks aren't organic, but... I don't know. I just don't want to be building, like, the same city layout in every single map. Roughly the same city layout. That's just me. I don't know. I'm just chilling, playing an old game. Well, the remake of an old game. Just seeing if I can play through it all. It's all right. It's all right. Even if my cities are a little bit gross to look at from time to time. Okay, well, I only have 2 years to get 32 limestone. So, am I gonna go nuts on this? Maybe. $52 additional workers. I am going to need more housing. That's something I'm gonna need. Yep. I have it right here. With all 0 workers. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna plop, like, a line of housing down here. That's probably way too much housing. Here, we'll do something like that, I guess. Oh, no. Hold on. Wait. Wait, it has to be symmetrical. Hold on. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Math is hard. Hold on. Wait. No, it was... Okay. Stop. Settle down. Okay. So 13. 7. Okay. Alright. Alright, we got this? You know what? It's fine. It'll work itself out eventually anyway. It's fine. It's okay. We're okay. I promise. Nothing bad is going to happen. Shut up, coughing man. Nothing bad is going to happen. There. Look, we have fire. We have architecture. We may not even need architects on this map, but we probably do. I don't know. Some maps are funky with the way their risks work. Okay, so I also have to... Well, no, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have... not brick layers. Stone layers. Though I don't have to worry about them stealing my stone. Okay, this place is also going to get the plague if I'm not careful. So I do have to plop a position right there at the end. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And we could just put, like, 2 rows of housing around here. Will it look gross? Probably. But, it's fine. So, look, you walk down the street. If you're sick, you walk down the street. You get to enjoy the bandstands. You get to get a sip of water. You know, maybe buy a fish at the market. And then you're at the physician. And he checks you out. He goes, you know what? You look pretty okay. Also... I don't have religious services up here. Okay. Well, I was hoping for, like, double wide housing here. I mean... We can commit the cardinal sin of Pharaoh. It's fine. Let's, let's create some intersections, yeah? Yeah, we'll plop down a temple to Osiris, Ptah, Ra, and Ptah. There we go. Yeah, but I like 2x2 housing. There, we just have a beautiful intersection. So if you're sick, you know, you walk out here, you go down the street, you have your choice of deity that you can worship to. You know, maybe you have malaria and you're like, man, I don't know. I need to go worship the gods. Go worship the gods, then you come back, and then you go to the physician, and it's fine. Also, I just realized that for malaria, you need an apothecary. But it's okay. We could put an apothecary down over there at some point. Even though I don't think malaria is a risk on this map. I mean, it's probably not. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. No malaria. Malaria is not real. I hope your city burns to the ground. Oh, we're gonna have so many more intersections to follow, though. Also, we need more barley. Alright, well. Compliance now possible. Hooray. That was easy. If only all requests were that easy. Yeah. Usually, like, reeds or, like, a wet map where, like, most of the map is grassland. Usually the arid maps like these don't have malaria. Unless they have, like, a little patch of reeds in the corner because the game hates you. But that's always a risk. The game always hates you, so it's all good. As long as you know the game hates you, it can't hurt you much. Much. All right, so we have the papyrus now. So we can plop down a school. So I've been playing a little bit of Caesar 3 recently in my off time. And I remember, like, I forgot about the hilarity that was schools in that game. Because, like, if you build a school in Caesar 3, it just spits out a bunch of children. And they just swarm the city. Yeah, Pharaoh Beta. It's great. And those children can be killed by invaders. Just a whole bunch of super fun stuff. Also, we're running out of money. That could be a problem. Here, we'll export our extra papyrus. Oh, and we can lower wages. I completely forgot. Yeah. Yeah, we can save not even 100 gold a year. It's great. Man, look at everybody here getting confused at the intersection. It's beautiful. Okay. All right, I'll do my best. Well, I have my limestone production set up for the next request. Oh, and I can actually sell beer too. We'll do 800 for the beer. We're actually producing plenty of beer right now. Yeah, so the problem here is the distance plus probably the inconsistency of the ferry is probably screwing me up. I probably should have just put the storage yard over here, but I was trying to plan ahead a little bit because I know eventually I'm going to want the storage yard over here to deliver the limestone to the pyramid. My bad. Unemployment. Ooh, 18% unemployment. Well, I have the 2,000 gold. Never mind, I lied. I don't have the 2,000 gold. Yeah, that's a... I could have done that. Yeah. Yeah, so what Zakid is saying is that I could set a storage yard over here to collect it. Yeah, yep. So that it all goes into the storage yard, and then what this one will do is it'll send a worker out to collect it and then bring it back. But I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I could do that now, though. I guess. There we go. Or I could just have them both accept, and then when I'm ready to start building the pyramid, I can have this one get maximum. Alright, well, I have plenty of people. I can fulfill that request, at least. I'm not going to be able to get the limestone in time, but that's okay. As I said, I'll get it next time. Mission failed, we'll get them next time. Ah, yes. Housing is having a detrimental effect. Which housing? Which housing, Spacious Homestead? Is it the one that's nicer than yours? Or is it the one that's way nicer than yours? I know why the game does that. It's just kind of funny to think that this person wouldn't be happy because the house next to it is nicer than them. It's just funny. That's all. It's just a silly game with silly rules. All right, well, let's do something that's going to be really triggering to Zakid. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to build a village palace so we can collect taxes. I know veteran Pharaoh players love taxes. Are they fine? I don't know. I've seen people get super passionate about taxes. And I know that, like, it's not worth taxing lower tier houses. But I think once you get to Homestead? I think once you get to Homestead, it becomes okay. And then obviously, like, the higher tier your housing gets, the better they are. I don't remember the exact rules. I looked them up one time. Yeah. I mean, I'm playing on a normal difficulty, so there's that. I just have to find some place to actually build the taxman. I guess I could plop him right here. I don't really know how much he's going to get from there, but it's fine. Manors pay less taxes on very hard than spacious apartments. Yeah. I'm not cool enough to play on hard difficulties. I just play on normal because I'm a nerd or a geek. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy of playing on very hard. And these guys have run out of food. Okay. That's okay. You aren't a sadist? No, not really. I mean, I do have this intersection up here, which is, I mean, it's more masochistic than anything. I'm basically asking for trouble with this. But, very hard is awful to play on. Look, I'm sure it's fine. See, this is what's annoying with me with Pharaoh. I understand that they would not be as happy if I got the donation of goods on time, but I still feel like you should get at least like a slight benefit to it. Instead, they're going to, you know, give me plainstone. Never mind. Never mind. I am 100% okay with that. Never mind. I lied. It's great to always fulfill your request. The Pharaoh did nothing wrong. It's all good. We're gonna build some extra storage jars. The OG, you'd get half the good stuff? I don't think they changed that. I could be wrong about that, but I seem to remember the same thing happening. Yeah, I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just playing my video game here. It's fine. All right, well, I can probably start building this pyramid now. You can't see me because I'm not on camera, but I'm shrugging awkwardly because I'm trying to think of where I want to put my Stonemasons Guild, and I realized it doesn't really matter where I put my Stonemasons Guild. There we go. I am going to have to find some place to put wood, though. I mean, honestly, any of these would probably be fine. I could just, like, shoehorn it in here. Probably. Why not? Import to me 1000, 200. There we go. All right, so we're making that bank. Our people are well fed. Their houses are upgrading, except these ones. But that's okay. We won't talk about them. Our unemployment is manageable. And we're gonna start building this pyramid now. I'll have to go clear across the city with these goods. It'll take all day. It's okay. We'll be fine.
I have to go clear across the city with these goods.
There you go.
It'll take all day.
I'm hoping eventually I'll just, like, inundate the limestone storage yards, and it won't be a problem anymore. Excuse me. There we go. I'm trying not to take up too much of this real estate, because I may have to put, like, an actual real big kids chunk of housing over here at some point. I'm just trying to make sure that nothing either burns down or collapses. There we go. I mean, we have plenty of people. 10% unemployment, it's okay. Our gods are happy. Our people are content. So far, we are okay. Plop a couple dentists down. Why not? I'm not ever not going to get a kick out of that intersection. That's such a bad intersection. I joke about it hurting Zakid. It's hurting me, too. It's fine. It's okay. There are worse things in the world. Alright, so we do need a second source of food if we want to upgrade these houses even more. I'm not really sure if I'm worried about that. I mean, eventually we'll need a second source of food, but I don't think I'm worried about it right now. All right, how much food are we producing, though? Enough for 3,200 people? We are going to need more food eventually. And importing that would be one way of doing that. May bats send plagues to my homes. It'd be great if there was just a mechanic that was like, if you have too many intersections, then your city will just spontaneously combust. All right, what goods can we import? Let's see. Let's see what food we can get. Oh. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that explains. I guess we aren't getting any more food, are we? Fair enough, game. Fair enough. All right, so this is the top tier of building that we can get. A common residence. Okay. So if we need more housing, we can always expand this even more. That was kind of like the original point of this disgusting display here, was to put housing on either side and produce more people. We can do that. Although this is going to trigger me if it's not the same length. There we go. They're still not going to be as happy because they don't have as much room, as much, yeah, the gardens. But it's okay. They'll figure it out. What is... Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I'm just not gonna look at that anymore. Alright, so we have an unemployment problem. This is not surprising in the least. We could probably just plop down a bunch of work camps. That does tend to be my solution for everything. We could also expand our beer production. That's another thing we could do. Let's see. Another brewery. We could build bricks. Can I do anything with the bricks? Can I sell the bricks? No. So the only reason I would have to build bricks would be if I had a request for them. Which I'm sure the game will probably provide at some point. Also, it's a little bit odd that the game would mention gems if we weren't going to need to build jewelry. How much do I trust this game not to force me to build jewelers just to fulfill requests? Yeah, I guess that's a pretty dumb question. I don't trust this game at all. All right. I hate the idea of importing gems and getting jewelry if we don't need jewelry. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I know a lot of these things are scripted. Oh, hey, the wages fell again. Okay. Well, I'm okay paying people less money. The only thing we need for burial provisions is granite, though. So, I mean, I can have just like a little jewelry operation. I don't need jewelry in my bazaars. It would literally only exist if the game tells me that they want jewelry. I can just import like 200 gems and have one jeweler. This is unreasonable. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's okay. Maybe I, like, planned for more at some point. I don't know. Let's just build 2 jewelers. We'll just leave it at that. As far as I know, we're never going to need jewelry. Again, the game might request it. That's the only reason I'm building it. But the game probably won't, and it's probably going to make me look like a fool. But that's okay. So I also speculated that we might need to build military stuff for this mission. We can't build any military stuff, so the game's not going to ask me for military stuff. That's good to know. So, let's take a look at our money. Let's see what our income is like. Obviously, we're going to be importing some jewelry, so it's not quite clear. We could start importing plainstone. I hate importing plainstone. I know the game's going to give me more eventually, but I also don't want this pyramid to take forever. So we're just going to import enough to fill a warehouse. And then we're going to go from there. Because much like Medium, like the thing that's always going to take the longest is this. And at least we don't have to use 5,000 freaking stone like we did in the pyramid complex. Interesting how these... Do you have food, lady?
These goods will make welcome additions to the bazaar.
I can't actually see. Okay. I'm going to assume that she had food. I guess we'll find out here in a second. She didn't have food. Okay. All right. You don't have water. Why? But why, though? It won't be because of all of the disgusting intersections, would it? Look at this guy. Oh, he almost made it, and then he got caught in an intersection. Come on, buddy. You can make it. All right. Well. Where is the water? Water stops here, huh? All right, well, I have a solution to this. High quality, genius solution. Nobody has ever seen anything like it before. Let's build another intersection. We're gonna put a wall supply right there. Look, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Nothing bad is happening. All the good Pharaoh cities are looking like this nowadays. It's not a problem. It's okay. We're okay. This house isn't okay, but everything else is okay. Also, we do need a courthouse up here. Here, we're just gonna plop it down on a long line of stuff connected to this intersection. We might as well at this point. Okay, we do need more food, though. Or, we may not need more food. We may need... Sure. We may need another granary. We can plop another granary. And we can get more food. We don't have to just do one or the other. We can do both. Hmm. Here, let's, That's gross. Whatever, it's fine. We've already ruined this city. We might as well continue ruining this city. There we go. There, it's fine. It's perfect. It's like nothing bad happened. What are... Okay. I was like, where are you going? They are threading the needle right here. That's fine. Alright, so we're actually really good on money. We're really good on money. We have a little bit of a worker shortage, but once the houses re-upgrade and we forgive ourselves, it won't be a problem. Food is a little bit of a problem, but I don't think it'll be that much of a problem here once the next wave of irrigation happens. We could also put more food down here. It wouldn't be that hard to do. You just kind of plop down a couple more farms. There we go. And we can have another line of farms here. Oh, I like this soundtrack. It's pretty nice. All right, I am much more comfortable with the way the city is going. It was a little bit of a struggle at first, and it's still a little gross. It's never not going to be gross, but that's fine. Why am I not getting... Well, that sucks. Who, Oh, I don't remember what I was getting from there, but it was probably important. All of my trade looks okay. Okay. That is okay. Oh, was I getting gems? Oh, I never actually set the gems to be imported. Oops, that's my bad. There we go. All right. Boy, I really wish the remake of this game had the pyramid build blessing. That would have been very nice. It's the one thing I wish they would add to the expansion, the remake. Fatah's easy mode. Yeah, Fatah's easy mode. Look, the thing is, I love building pyramids in this game. It's my favorite thing in the game. It's the reason why I play Pharaoh over Caesar 3 often. But when you've already won the mission, when you have all of the objectives and you're just sitting around picking your nose waiting for the pyramid to be built, that's a pain in the butt. I haven't won this yet, which is the only reason why I'm not fast-forwarding through everything. I still have to get my worker requirements. But that really shouldn't take long. I basically just need another cluster of housing, which I can put anywhere. And then I have to get those people jobs. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe my slums out here by the farms can stop having diseases. But that probably won't happen. So I could just delete a couple of work camps to fix the population shortage. I don't really need to do that. I'm just gonna build more housing. I just have to watch my money a little bit. We only have 4,000. We're importing gemstones because I'm paranoid, I guess. We do have some farmland over here. That'll be kind of nice. You know, let's okay. Let's not worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is fine. This is fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. This is fine. Everybody's gonna be happy. They're gonna love my city. They're gonna come in. They're gonna be excited. They're gonna love me. They're gonna love me, chat. I promise. I promise they're gonna love me. We're gonna extend this road a little bit. You know, we're just gonna loop this around. This was my big dream, after all. To have this stupid little loop-de-loop here. Look, this isn't awful. This isn't the worst layout I've seen. This is awful, but everything else is okay. Kind of. Eh. This is pretty scuffed here, but it's fine. Look, here's the thing. I can be forgiven because I recognize that it's scuffed. It's not like I'm playing this and, like, don't know what I'm doing and just screwing up. I'm screwing up on purpose. I'm screwing up for a reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I'm doing it. There we go. Alright, so we almost have the first layer of the pyramid done. We barely have any food. Yeah. We barely have any food. Dark side? Dark side Leecros? Maybe. Maybe. Alright. We can put a few more farms here. There we go. That'll help a little bit. I'm a little bit worried. This may be a little risky. I don't think there's any risk of anything collapsing. No likelihood of catching things on fire. So maybe these are doing fine. I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave it for now. We'll see what happens. You might not know the reference. It's Darkside Phil. In the early 2010s, he was maybe the #1 stain in YouTube and Twitch gaming sphere. I don't know. The name sounds kind of familiar. I don't really keep up with a lot of the internet drama. That's never really been my thing. I'm more about just kind of chilling and watching people play video games. And I know that's also what I also attempt to provide. This is really gross. I don't even know where to build like anything here. I guess I'm gonna put a physician down here because I'm probably going to need more physician access. All right, we're gonna put a physician here, and we're gonna put this physician down here, and they're gonna be happy, probably. We're still having a food problem, though. Even though the game thinks that we're making enough food for 7,200 people, I'm pretty sure this is only, like, if the floods weren't absolutely terrible and everything was bad. Which, I mean, I guess I can probably fix that if I beg Osiris for help. That is... Alright, game. Okay. I guess I won't put it there. I'll put it here. Well, that's unfortunate. A price increase for copper. Oh no. Price of gems have risen. Okay. Decreased trading. Okay. Sure. That's absolutely fine. This is when we're going to start getting gem requests. I bet you. I'd be willing to bet you... I don't know. I don't have any money. But we're probably going to start getting gem requests. And or jewelry requests. Hey, Osiris, buddy, pal, friend. You wanna get drunk with me? Maybe flood my crops with water? That would be great. Like, everywhere that has food is getting food. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't look at my unemployment. And gonna keep building grain farms. Let's go... I can't do that. Ah, crap. Okay. If only I didn't build this over here, right? Alright, do you want to see something really disgusting? This is gonna be really disgusting. There we go. And we're gonna bring this road down. We're gonna bring this road around to there. Yeah, all right. Perfect. And we should probably put an architect's post and a firehouse down here, let's be real. And maybe, no, we may not need a slum house down here, but we're gonna provide one anyway. Why not? If I keep pretending that I know what I'm doing, maybe Zakid won't notice my secret that I don't actually know what I'm doing. That would be the real trick. No, I know a lot of what I'm doing. I'm just... Like I said, I don't want to build the exact same city and the exact same layout in every single mission. So I'm just trying to go with the flow. And sometimes that flow is absolutely disgusting. And also this. Yeah, so, like, ideally what you would have would be, like a line of farms like this, and then, like, a road and irrigation ditch, like, this. And this. And you could have, like, the irrigation ditch go across here, and you could have, like, another line of farms over here, and you could have, like, your road cross over here as well. And that's not even perfect, because you get, like, these weird, janky intersections. But it's still better. This is still a better layout over here than whatever this disgusting mess is over here. But it's fine. We are okay. Alright. Did we get... Okay, we did get a party with Osiris. He did absolutely nothing for us. I wonder if they're kind of annoyed. My temples are probably... I mean, they're okay. I was going to say that they were starting to, like, get too many people for the number of temples, but I think I'm okay for the moment. Alright. Nearby building granary. So this is why you don't want to build your city at a whim, because then you have housing butting right up against your industry, and then all of the people get angry. All right, once this housing gets developed, we'll see where we're at. We'll probably need... Oh, excuse me. I'll probably need more water. Oh. I'll probably need more housing. I was just thinking that I need a drink of water, which I don't currently have a bottle of water over here because I am incredibly short-sighted, which is probably why this exists. But it's fine. So I'm going to go get some water real quick. I will be right back. All right, and I'm back. Did the city burn down while I was gone? It doesn't look like it. But do you know what didn't happen? We didn't get a blessing from Osiris. So we're gonna keep begging Osiris for help. Maybe we can get a big inundation. Let's see what we can do. I'm really mildly surprised this is still existing. Also, notably, I don't have a scribe school here. I forgot. I can build one real quick. There we go. Hey, wages fell again. Excellent. That means I can pay my people even less money. Hooray. Taxes are actually doing okay. Okay. I was really hoping I was going to get more gifts from the game. I was under the impression that we would. I mean, my kingdom rating is almost maxed out. Maybe when my kingdom rating maxes out, I'll get more gifts. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out, though. What a freaking Bezos I am? I guess? Oh, because I understand. It's fine. I was confused for a second. I understand. It's because I lowered wages again. I mean, I probably don't need to. I'm making enough money now that I could probably generously pay my people. But hey, I need... You know what I need? I need the money to fund my personal mansion. Eat the Pharaoh. I mean, we can eat the Pharaoh all we want. I'm not Pharaoh yet. I'm only the royal architect. Is that my rank? Royal Mayor. My bad. I'm only the Royal Mayor, so you can eat the Pharaoh all you want. Yeah, the big bottleneck in this is 100% going to be the Plainstone, just because I can only import it so fast. I mean, I have it to import 32. And that's the best we get. And we get, at most, 40 a year. In fact, now that I look at this, what I might do... Just because I can, I guess, basically. I'm going to make this into a Plainstone thing, just so that, like... it comes in and off the ship as fast as possible. I probably should have done that a long time ago. And I see, like, a line of ships here. I'm probably going to build a second dock. Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 Alright, well, this is what we're doing, I guess. I don't have any better place I could put this. I could put it right here. That seems like a really bad idea to put it there. Oh my. It's fine. This is fine, too. I don't think I need to remove that roadblock, but I'm going to remove that roadblock just in case. And I'm gonna put a firehouse and a architect's post down here. And I guess that's what we're gonna do. I hate it. I hate it, but it's what it is. The good news is, with 2 docks, that means we'll get through the trade ships faster. And that was my goal the entire time. So, I guess in that sense, I'm happy. Alright, we're at 3,000 people, which is very good. See, we're doing a good job. Is this struggling because the Bazaar here is only being able to, like, properly maintain this area? Yeah. One of the best parts of the remake, multi-docking works properly and is efficient. Yeah, that's true. There were issues with multi-docking in the original game. I think one of the best changes that this game made, though, was just the simple change of making all of the luxury goods look different. I like that. I like that they changed that so it just wasn't all luxury goods with the same model. But I have generally enjoyed the remake. I think there's issues with it, but I don't think any of those issues are insurmountable. Like, I don't think any of those issues is something that would make me say, yeah, no, this is unplayable. Like, I guess if you like the combat in the original game, you would dislike this one because the combat is really bland now. But I'll be completely honest, like, I didn't play this game for the combat, so missing out on that doesn't really matter as much. Also, we have been desperately begging Osiris for help, and he has completely ignored me. Completely. I see nothing in here about a blessing from Osiris. More Osiris shrines. We could have more Osiris shrines, I guess. But I think I'm just gonna do festivals. I don't need his help that much. I think all of the additional food production that we've added up here and down here, even though this is absolutely gross and disgusting the way this is set up, I think it's working okay. I think we're getting plenty of food. It's not an emergency. The gods are happy. We're fine. We're 100% fine. We're 25% done with the pyramid. I think we need to do something about this unemployment problem. We have everything we need. Like, I guess I can build a dance school. That would definitely help the employment issue. There we go. And we only need 400 more people. We have housing for 90, so we really don't need that much more housing. We need like a little section of housing probably plopped over here or something. And that's not going to take that much effort. So what we could do, we could maximize our beer output some more. Just go for the maximum beer gain. We are making a lot of barley, and we could always make more barley. Why did I do that? That's a terrible place for that. There we go. Like, everybody could use more beer, right? Yeah. This is a fire risk, by the way. Well, this entire city is a fire risk, but this specifically is a fire risk. Having, like, this spit of land go so far is a great way to get a fire. But other than that, like, I mean, I guess we could just literally build a line of work camps, but I don't really want to do that. We could also start exporting... we could start exporting limestone. Yes, that made me feel gross. But we're flooding our our storage yards right now, and we could always put more limestone production up here. So why not? Why not do that, right? Everybody loves limestone. The children yearn for the mines. That's what I keep telling myself. Is that gonna work? I think that'll work. We'll find out here in a second. Yeah, perfect. No, that has to go there. Okay. And then... Oh. Is it there? There and there. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. It's a beautiful, disgusting mess. Just how I love it. Alright, now we definitely need to put a slum house out here. And probably both an architect's post and a firehouse. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. Why do you not have... What? Oh, it's you. You don't have... Huh. Well, whatever. That's good enough. It's good enough for me. Okay. So that should help my unemployment a little bit. 272 unemployment. It'll help my unemployment a little bit. A little bit. Tiny, tiny bit. Let's see. Taxation overlay. Does anybody need to pay more taxes? These guys down here could pay more taxes. These guys actually look pretty okay, despite there only being one tax collector here. Huh. I was really thinking this guy was going to struggle to get the taxes over on the other side here. And we're going to just put a block of houses there. It's just too long. Too long. That's needed to happen for a long time. All right, well, we'll put another tax collector there. Yeah, like the classic play that I would do here is to just build a line of work camps, but it's a little gamey. Just a little bit. I already have a bunch of work camps. I don't really need more. So I guess, like, just increasing my production is about all that I could do. We can import more reeds, produce more papyrus. I think that would be great. It usually is. But so far, this has been just an awkward city to build because I don't really have any raw materials to produce a lot of resources. I have to import it all. Which, I mean, if I'm exporting the finished goods, it's okay. But I just have to watch my finances. That's all. Just have to keep an eye on my munds. Yeah, people are eventually going to stop wanting to come here. I think it's 10%. I think 10% is when people will... Like, above 10% is when people start getting irritated. I mean, right now people are still pretty happy with me. But they were much worse earlier, I'm sure. Alright, we're at 3,200. We only need a few more people. Why? Why are we not finishing this layer?
I have to go clear across the city with these goods. It'll take
Is it
all
because I'm
day.
exporting it? I don't think so. Oh, there he is.
I have to go clear across
I think.
the city with these goods.
What are you doing?
I have to go clear across the city with
Okay.
these goods.
Yeah, he is going there.
It'll take all
Okay.
day.
I miss the big line of workers from the OG game. That is one thing that I wish they would bring back. It's kind of weird that they only have one dude going up. All right, unemployment, disease and unemployment. Where's the disease? Is it in the slums? It sure is. That's okay. I'm not worried about the slums. 150,000 pops. You got something like 75 farms going. That's fair. So is it a custom map or... I mean, it's got to be a custom map, right? That you're trying to get the big city on? Just the sandbox? Okay. Yeah, I didn't really play around with the sandbox a whole lot when I was younger. I preferred like the more goal-oriented gameplay. But I also never completed the original game, so you know, I never really had a reason to go into the sandbox. Although I think I did one time to like try to build. I made like I think I made like a custom mission to like required me to build the biggest pyramid, the Grand Pyramid Complex or whatever. And I don't think I ever finished it. I think I gave up on it. It's too big. Too big. Too big, too much stone. All right. The higher up we get on the pyramid, the faster it'll go. We're making more than enough limestone, especially with this addition up here. It's just the plain stone is what's going to slow. Eventually, this will like switch, and we'll start needing more limestone than plain stone, and then we'll be fine. I think. I mean, we haven't gotten the objective yet. We're at 15% unemployment. Gross. Okay. So we could import more clay and build more pottery. That's something we could do. But we may end up just having to build a bunch of work camps. Because Potter's is only 12 workers. That's only 24 workers. It's only going to drop us down a little bit. Yeah, see, it just kind of feels dumb to be like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Oh man, I got 100 jobs for my pops to work. Oh boy. How exciting. It's just kind of dumb. I know it's not a big deal, and the extra work camps will help a little bit, but you kind of get diminishing returns when you get so many. Yeah. It could arguably be called a flaw in the game, where you just have more pops than you need workers. And this always happens in my cities. Like, I think it's probably built... You know, this isn't exactly the most efficient city in my life that I've ever built. This is really, really gross. But I'd imagine for like less skilled players that build much less efficient cities. They may need the pops to kind of fill out the inefficiencies of their cities. Like, as gross as I joke around with this city, like, you know, it only has 3 bazaars, which is really not that bad. It only has 3 water sources. You probably don't need this water source. I only put this water source in because I'm lazy. There's definitely better ways to set that up, though. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other ways to be less efficient. If you didn't have, like, your juggler, your stands, your bandstands at a good spot, that could be problematic. Like, there's definitely ways to make a really inefficient city where you would use that many pops. This is a mediocre city, but it still isn't using all the pops. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Also, I don't think this was in the original game, but this game does have the, like, dynamic population. Where is it? The age simulation population. And that might be monkeying around with it. We have a lot of working age people right now, but in about 10 years, a bunch of these people are going to be over here. Yeah. And we're going to have fewer working age people. And it's fine. I like the news system. I think it's cool. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's balanced very well. It doesn't necessarily mean it's balanced very well at all. Alright, so we're going to just get enough housing for another 100 pops. Where are we going to put them? I mean, I guess we can just put them here, where I was planning on putting them. Like, this doesn't have to be very big. It only has to house 100 people. This is already probably way too much space for them. And we're even gonna give them their own temples. They get their own temples. They get their own doctor. They even get their own entertainment. I don't know. Look, I'll even give them a big entertainment building. I'll give them a pavilion. Yeah, because pavilion does provide a lot of work. It's 20 workers. And that'll also contribute to any kind of, like, cultural requirement that the game has. But I don't have any cultural requirements on this mission. None. None whatsoever. I literally just need to build a pyramid. I just need to show off. There we go. Alright, well, I've completed, quote-unquote, completed the mission, so we can just speed up the game now until this pyramid finishes. Those are kind of the rules that I'm adhering to. Obviously, if there's a problem, we'll have to slow the game down and fix that problem. Yeah, you can have the green. I'm gonna do it another time. Sorry, I think wait, just and anywhere else, there, and we go here. I'll be here. Perfect. So we're gonna do that. Are you wrong? Are you wrong? I just started making right. Explain that. Then I'm not here. No, that's not all. Alright, now we're just on things very much. Also, here's something. I'm really independent. I probably should be. I wonder if it takes more things to build a remake. And I say that for a reason. Because I'm pretty sure that in the OG Pharaoh, you got these 4 blocks of stone, you literally build out like 2 of these off the column. But in this version of the game, it's 4 stone, but it only does 1 part. I don't know. It could be. You know, it still does like 2 parts, but it does change the size. It doesn't matter too. I don't see it. Let's keep it here. It's just a issue. I think so. It does take 4. I don't know, it's squares. See, that's sort of like how to build in 4 in the game. I don't know, it's just a issue. It's not that weird. Maybe you can look at 2D about it. Or maybe say how to do these guys. I'll just do it. Okay. Hey, those guys though. If you want to buy more Just something I'm seeing. I'm just seeing it. I'm going to do it. Hey, you know what? That's a good deal. Okay, first one, I'll just. This is very little. This is like large. I know, 100 deals. For example, I guess we could do a bit of a need. Are we need 100? Sort of. Yes, this is what we're doing. Then anyway, go. Oh, where? Oh, yes, my guys. I got everything. My life. There we go. Alright, so the first one, that's awful. I'll give you the process. I guess we gotta do. There you go. Let's read. Run away. So we're going to read more. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I'll do it first. Yeah, but I probably don't need it. Yeah, so I'm just going to I'm going to this place. We'll figure it out. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, whole storage are full here. Good big no, I mean, those are really things on. It's awesome. That's what things on yours. But it's funny. Alright. Oh, ha. What's wrong with this here? I wonder out of here. Let's take a look at this fire, shall we? Yeah. Probably not. There you go. I'm trying to do this, but I'm just game, and like, that's really great. I still can't see that little map, like, scroll map, lean. That's funny. You're really fun, it's right here. Hey, finally going more zone, ending zone. That is excellent. So here. Alright, you'll do the menu, sir. I'll just really learn art from here. You're really for 3 days. I'll take it for like, so you love it. We have like wait stream halfway through, and is he on today? It's not this far. It's the longest. For the most stuff, I think 3 hours video. That's a lot of doing. I don't know. No. Yes. No. Hey. It's the first one. But yeah, we got to last while. I'm getting a long time feeling Pharaoh. I usually take a lot more slowly when I'm streaming. Yeah. Really contests. Is there anything about it? Yeah. Good things. Good folks. I think this chapter contest in the legend package. I know we raised that later. Alright, for 40% done, we're awesome. We freeze one zone, season one zone. The line zone immediately. The zone, and actually, nice. I need to just zoom out here and just watch it finalize. And say, well, I haven't seen that happen for a while, so anyway. But that's half the time, right? I don't even have to hit the stuff. Well, that's the game. You just have to stable that apart, and you're not actually after the game. Yeah, that's good news. The only issue with the bigger boxes is, and it's fast, it's harder, you know, anything works building all your vehicles, and that one time you go a little faster. A little faster. Here's a one part of it, and she gets up. 60 watts, yeah. No, okay. Okay, that's it. Never mind. I don't know there. Alright, and you find your vehicle. Slowly trade. As much as I hate you're building this game, I'm not building this game, so it's Pete said. I do this game like Minecraft. It makes all kinds of stuff here. And he's like, yeah, I built this. That's me. I did this. Okay, should have okay. I probably still traveling more, some of this. No. There you go. This looks a little funky, it is. That's intentional, just kind of weird, but it's fine. Or this one goes. That's something weird happening there. It's pretty cool if you're done with it, but I think it's fun. At least you're like the final part of it, cool. So let the turret and like it's not supposed to be in the middle of it. That's excellent.
That should be the last little bit. Bent pyramid complete. Excellent. So the only thing we have left to do is send the burial provisions. Like that.
Pharaoh commends you. The bent pyramid you
It's so snappy.
in his honor is
It's so
magnificent
snappy.
and outshines any monument built in the past.
I seem to recall, like, in the original game, sometimes it took, like, a month to tick over, or sometime even a year to tick over for objectives to be recognized. It's nice that it's so snappy, though. Alright, let's, yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah. Alright, and then we'll go to the next mission.